Okay, you might notice some changes. I've been working on, haven't been amenable to videoing really a lot of what I've been doing, because a lot of what I've been doing has been scratching my head and sitting and motionless for minutes on end, wondering what to do. So, since the last video I recorded, what's gone on here is, this is the top deck, and below this deck there's this 25mm of kingspan. So there's a kingspan layer on top of the bottom deck, and the bottom deck sits on the joists. So all that's been done. It was a really difficult project. Stressed me out a bit. I've also built this upstand for the roof lantern, and that's got 25mm of kingspan insulation in it, and it's nice and solid. And then we've got this is GRP trim, and so we've got that all the way around the perimeter of the roof. The reason why I went for a fiberglass roofing solution, although it's tricky to use, is the fact that this roof actually has 12 corners, and the corners are both, there's internal corners, there's external corners. There's 16 corners if you count these top corners here. So there's so many corners. Every one of those, if I'd made it out of rubber, would have had to be welded, cut exactly. There's a particular way that you have to cut them. So it was a real nightmare. So in the end, I decided that I was going to go with the fiberglass option. It rained last night, which wasn't forecast. I hadn't covered the roof, so all the boards are soaking wet. It's 12 o'clock now. Unfortunately, this part of the roof is north facing, so it never really, this time of year, it never gets the sun on it until really late on in the day when the heat of the sun's gone. So I've used a towel to damp it out, to dry it off. That hasn't really worked. So, very damp. So I can't fiberglass onto the wood. All the days are leaping past, I'm not getting the fiberglassing done. So I've got all the fiberglassing. Here's the resin, here's the catalyst. Got various bits here to get us on our way. Got a temperature thermometer, and we're okay temperature wise. We're at 12 degrees, 14 degrees in the sun, 15 degrees in the sun. We've got a paddle roller to get rid of the air, rollers to apply, brushes to apply, and I've got tape. This is the bandage, and I've got chop strand matting. I've got a syringe which I'm going to use to suck the catalyst up. Gloves, acetone, and a little bucket to clean stuff off. I'm going to do it all on this, and we're going to start with these corners. So these are dry, so we can do these. So I'm going to start with all these corners. We're going to do all 4 corners of this upstand, and maybe put some matting along the side here as well. If we can get the upstand done, and then maybe put top coat on the upstand, and I can put the roof on. The plan was to do the boarding before we put the roof on. Because the boarding is soaking wet, I think if we can get the upstand on today, then we can maybe put put the roof on, we'll have learned how to use the resin and what it's like, and then maybe I can get on with doing the roof lantern. Well, this is it, first time for anything. So I've used a syringe to get 30 ml of catalyst, and I've used a yogurt tub to get a litre of resin, and we're mixing it, and then we're applying bandage. I don't want to build this up too much because this is the surface that the roof light is going on, but it does need to get covered because of these, so we'll have to cover it all. We'll start with bandage and then pre-cut this to push around the bottom here, and then presumably we're going to have to put one on the top. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So the clock starts, it's 12:30. Let's see how long we can use this mix for. Okay, pass us the mix, Jan. Right, so I'm wetting the bandage. This is what they say to do, wet the bandage. And then I guess I wet the area as well. I'm going to be using. And then I need the disposable gloves. Hair of. This stuff. I'm gonna stuff doesn't go around corners very well.
Do you want scissors to cut it more?
I'm going to use the chop strand. So I'm going to wet the chop strand out. Apply this. I need to roll it.
Which one?
Okay, that seems to have worked quite well. We'll do the next one.
Do you want me to double the bits on here and you fit them?
Yeah, so I need another brush. Yeah.
I can use that little one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you want a little one for
No.
fun?
No, you're okay. So you... Oh yeah, I'll have the little one. Let me just get rid of these. No, just with it. Right, dab away. While you're doing that, I'm going to cut some more.
Quite a lot then.
Yeah, it has to be, they call it wetting it. That's good, I'll take that. If you do this one now. Bit more on that, I think. And then paint some on here, dab some there, all the way up to the edge, and beyond that screw as well. Okay. Yeah, be generous with that. brush. Can you cut some squares like that one? So about that size. Just need 3 more of those.
Oh, you got the kitchen scissors, I think. I'll buy some more.
Learning here. It's more important to get this ready before you wet the. You have to wet this before you wet
the areas before you wet the actual.
Yeah.
It's getting really thick now. It's getting very jelly-like.
Yeah, I know. It's going off fast. Where's that little roller?
There's 2 here. Which one?
The hard metal one. That's the one.
It's getting quite tough to do. I think this is impossible now.
That's it. It goes off fast, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, just chip that off, put that in.
Yep, just leave it.
And the brush. So what about these bits? Can you use these? Are these usable?
No.
Well, that was a quick blooming half hour.
15 minutes. So. Wow.
That was so quick.
Gosh, I was right to be worried about this, wasn't I?
Well, I think next time we need to have everything measured, and then one do the areas, one do the thing, and then just whack it on like within 10 minutes.
Yep. Wow.
You can't, if you want to faff about measuring and doing corners like you've got to do all that dry before we mix the stuff. It's literally got to be slap and well.
So we've got too much catalyst in there. That's the other thing. We can slow the time down by putting less catalyst in.
So officially it's 30 mils, but you can put less in just to.
It's all to do with the temperature.
If you get it on you, how do you get it off?
Acetone.
Oh, that nail varnish.
Yeah, that's why I got the acetone. Right. Acetone is the stuff, apparently. How much of that did we actually use? About half of it.
Hardly any, really. Look, you don't need a new bucket.
Oh wow.
It's like a toffee apple, isn't it?
Wow, we used hardly any.
Yeah. Make a decoration out of that.
Wow.
Oh no, I've got it. Oh my gosh. Where am I going to put this? Just
Bin liner. Where's the bin liner? Now that's melted through that plastic bag.
oh wow, that's sick.
Yeah.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it toxic?
Well. Right. So I've cut that off. Quite pleased.
Is that corner done then?
No, not really. It's not very good, is it?
Well, I've got absolutely no idea what it's meant to look like.
Well, it's not meant to be sticking out. Right. Better mix some more up then.
So, before we do that, we need all our bits cut.
Yeah.
And not just roughly, but exactly how you want them.
Yeah. This is what we've learnt. So we've got one corner here. So the idea with the corners is cut them like so, and then like so. So that's one corner.
So do you want some more cut about that size?
Yeah. I'm going to cut some more squares. So I've got one in. I've got one cut, so I need two more. And then how do we do the does that work? Yeah, that covers it. Yeah, let's do another one of them. So all the two on there. You're keeping these in order, yeah? You know what's which is
Well,
which.
those two are the two you measured there. Those ones are the ones you measured there. This one is the one you've just measured.
Which is along here again.
So is that alright to
Yeah,
keep with
over
them?
there. And we need another one of them. So there should be 4 long ones and 4 short ones, yeah? (16 degrees). 17 degrees in the sunlight, it's even more. So
So,
that was our problem. So we're only going to do 1%.
so what exactly So these bandages need wetting the same as.
Yeah, so basically what's going to happen is if you wet and I'll bring it along until it's all wet.
Right, and what about wetting that first?
Yeah, so we're going to wet all that first.
Yeah.
So basically I'm going to do the next corner. I'm going to do all the corners, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to wet along the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure the bandage covers all of those screw holes.
Yeah.
Along all the top. And then we're going to wet all the sides.
When you say all the sides, you mean where the wood is?
This bit, yeah. Then we're going to apply the bandage. I'm going to apply the bandage there.
That is a lot to do before it goes off.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. I'm only going to put 1% hardener in.
What about the corners? Do you want to faffy on with them, or are you happy?
What do you mean?
Going, oh, which way?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm going to do what I can do. Right, let's try it. We need our bucket again.
It's just, we've got to know what we're doing before we begin this stirring.
Yep.
What are you going to start with? The corners?
Yep.
And then you're going to go to the tops?
Yep. And then I'm going to do the sides.
So all the tops and then all the sides?
Yep. Going with a 1% mix should mean that we've got a lot more working time. Yeah?
Yeah. Would it help keeping the bucket in the shade, doing this in the shade?
Right, okay. Let's go for it. Right, we need the camera there, Jim. So,
Do my job, Phil.
just put it.
Okay.
One more litre of stuff. So now, catalyst. This time instead of 3%, we're going for 1%, which is 10 mil. There we go, that's 10 mil. Oh, it's just.
Why don't you half it, 15?
Yeah, I'm going 10 mil. .3% gave us about 15 minutes worth of time.
I think we spent too much time faffing on. I think we've got to start. I mean, at the end of the day, it's mixed up as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Unless they've specifically said you must stir for 10 minutes then.
Well, you know, we risk going the other way now and it never going off. But I think it will work. So that's a top bit. So we'll do that first. 'cause
Right,
that's
do you want me to
wet.
do these three?
But I have to wet the top as well, don't I? You carry on with those three while I try and place this.
Well, we're further than last time.
Yeah. So,
You see, this is
can't see anything, mate.
you see, there's these bubbles there.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get sanded down. Okay.
Okay. So,
We're putting the brush in there. The brush can go in there.
so it's just the four middle bits now, and then the rest of it.